Well, it's Cyber Monday, and the Diamondbacks still have a lot of shopping to do, but they will be out one of their wish list items, and that is closer Ryan Helsley, who has now reportedly signed a deal with the Orioles. We are talking about all of the moves in Major League Baseball and who the Diamondbacks might target next in 30 seconds. Don't you go anywhere. SkeeYee, and welcome into another edition of the PHNX D-Backs podcast, live from Studio K, presented by our friends at Circle K. Happy Monday to you all. It is I, your mayor of PHNX, occasionally known as Derek Montilla. Also, a man that spent consecutive nights in Tempe, Arizona, and I might never go back. I don't know. Anyway, welcome in, of course, a guy that's I believe I have to deal with for the next 12 months between
a winner. I think you meant to say a winner.
It's this guy on the ones and twos.
They're down, baby.
The one, the only, the incomparable Damon Dog. He's not the leche to my cafe today. No, today we don't mix well.
Today it's a cold brew type of day,
today
Derek.
It's a cold brew type of day with no milk. But we have so much to talk about, and also a little fun unboxing of a thing that's behind me that's going to fulfill my dreams and make me the happiest person to ever exist. But first, I want to remind you guys that this show is brought to you by our friends at Game Time. Go download the Game Time app right now. Create an account and use that code of PHNX for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. And yes, I did spend my weekend attending events, including the Territorial Cup. Had a blast for at least half of that game, for what I remember. And also
the Sims Moji, Derek, has been chain snatched by the Arizona fans.
That is sad. Also, I saw my guy Mouse Powell this weekend out in Tempe. One of the homies, great local act. If you ever get a chance to see Mouse, he is tremendous. But spent entirely too much time in Tempe. Shout out to my friend, the bartender, who I would say I don't remember his name, and that's my fault. But I really feel it's his fault for his excellent service. So I salute you, sir. Thank you so much to our friends out there at Marquee Theater. And I got to address a comment here. One of our first comments on today's show from our guy, Craig. And Craig asks Damon, where's our surprise? Where is the D-backs holiday surprise signing I've been so used to? Well, this might have been one of those years that Uncle Ken kind of told us straight up that we don't have the money this holiday season that we normally do, bud. Things might be a little light around here. So you might have to wait until maybe after the holiday season for like some, post-Christmas clearance sale kind of things. Because right now, the stove is lukewarm, but things are happening, and they are not happening for the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Phillies, they still remain a favorite to sign Kyle Schwarber, but now the Mets apparently are reportedly also in the mix as well for Schwarbs. The Mets, meanwhile, also wouldn't that be crazy,
Derek?
That'd be nuts. They're also reportedly in the mix, as we discussed on Friday, to sign Framber Valdez.
Yeah, so, the Mets are just going to be in contention to sign everybody, but Schwarber, in division like that feels like almost like
it's personal.
Yeah,
it's
that
intentional.
Is personal. Yeah,
it's trying to send a message to the Phillies that this division is ours now, and that was definitely not the case last year. Because let's not forget how the Mets metted. The Mets metted so hard last year that they hope that they never met that hard ever again. They're going to be a problem, right? The Mets are going to be a problem, essentially, in free agency, because not only are they going to be very active and in on every position, they're going to be in on relievers, especially if they lose Edwin Diaz to another team. They're going to be out there probably on a Robert Suarez or one of the other high-priced relievers that most likely the Diamondbacks can't afford. However, Ryan Helsley comes off the board. He has reportedly signed a deal with the Baltimore Orioles, and this is upsetting to me. Damon, I am upset because I knew that there were teams, obviously the Blue Jays, there are talks that the Blue Jays are very heavy in on the reliever market as well. We know how close they are and how close they feel they are So they are a team that might be willing to go all in on any reliever at any point, not only taking another name that the Diamondbacks might be going after off the market, but also increasing the value of relievers based on what they pay somebody to bring them into the team, right? But Ryan Helsley reportedly, once again, you're going to have to bell me for saying the word reportedly now today, that he agrees to a 2-year deal worth $28 million with the Orioles. It includes a player opt-out after the first season, and it is currently pending a physical. Baltimore expects Helsley to be their primary closer in 2026. We know how good Helsley has been, and we know how good specifically has been in that closer role. The only blemish there from last season is after the trade that he was moved into a high relief or high leverage relief role, not that closer role that he was used to, and his numbers didn't look so good after that. Kind of had a feeling that he could return to that form, and the Orioles also had that same feeling, obviously. But 2 years, $28 million with a player opt-out after 1 year, Damon? The Diamondbacks could have gotten him for $14 million. I don't know.
That's what it costs, right? Like that's the cost for a free agent, I feel like.
But that is that not affordable? Is that too much for a closer for the Diamondbacks considering their limited budget? Specifically, let's just say, for argument's sake, $35 million. $35 million. You are going to have $21 million left to spend. You still need 2 starters and a first baseman, according to every website on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, I think as we've heard from Gambo, reportedly, Derek, I may add, that the first base situation seems to be that they're all in on Locklear and Pavin Smith, and I think that's just kind of going to be the way that it is. Maybe and hopefully with Goldschmidt mixed in there, right? And hopefully him, getting a lot of those ABs against left-handed pitchers in particular. But we do need at least one frontline starting pitcher. And we need a back end type of bullpen arm as well. So how do you mix both of those guys in while also filling other needs is going to be the difficult part of this offseason. $14 million seems about what it's going to cost, right? Like that feels reasonable. I do wish the Diamondbacks were in on Ryan Helsley.
Too.
And it does seem like Devin Williams, despite having a bad year, maybe his peripherals weren't too bad, and
they weren't.
He gave up a lot of home runs, which really hurt his numbers in particular. He seems like he's going to be more money than $14 million per year. And that might be too much for the D-backs.
I think everybody's willing to overlook what happens to a player when they go to New York. Like, the expectations are different. You go into a situation with the Yankees
Short porch.
There's that.
Cracker Jacks Park.
The fact that they're just so willing to bring in a big name and then change their role. Right, that's got to be uncomfortable for any guy. And Devin Williams is the same thing with the Yankees, right? The Yankees went and got like 4 closers, right? Thinking, we'll get all the high leverage arms, but at the same time, too, once again, pitchers, baseball players, they are creatures of habit. You make them into a high leverage arm out of the bullpen, and they feel less significant. They're not the guy anymore. And you took like 5 guys that were all the guy, and then you just decided one of them was going to be the guy, and the rest of them would be supplementary bullpen arms. And that doesn't work out for everybody, right? I think that, we've heard quite a bit about players liking to know what their role was. That's the reason why the Paul Sewald move was so huge for this team. Everybody knew what their role was after that, which is kind of baffling to me. I mean, I understand trying to have an adaptive bullpen that can change throughout the course of the season or change throughout the course of a series and have guys available in different roles based on what made sense, against the opposing lineup. That's always made sense to me. Yet for some reason in baseball, having a closer has always been the most successful thing that teams that win do. They have a guy.
Good bullpens in particular, not just the closers, but the whole bullpen. The Diamondbacks have never had a good bullpen, it feels like.
No, but it also, again, baffles me that even before Paul Sewald, the guys didn't know what their role was. And they didn't feel comfortable with that. And they expressed that when Sewald came, they felt more comfortable having a role. That's something that is feedback that a manager or the front office who's ever making these decisions about the bullpen should directly take back and incorporate. Yet we really haven't seen that with this team. Instead, Torey Lovullo and the front office, obviously, considering that we've heard that he's not the only one making decisions around there, have this, like, well, whatever, we'll kind of change things up. And, guys don't know really what their role is. Like, it seems to be that guys need to know what their role is and need to stick to that role. If they do bad in it, then they're going to lose it. And I think every player knows that. There's no doubt about that. But, again, this is a guy that I would have spent $14 million on. This is a guy that can change a lot. There is one thing that I read, Damon, that was interesting, that according to a New York Mets writer, that he was tipping had problems with pitch tipping with New York. And opposing hitters kind of noticed a pattern and were able to kind of sit on his fastball with considerable success based on what hitters have been able to do over his career. So there still is no knowing if that information is temporary, if changes can be made, if that's just something that happened, over a short period of time and maybe his mechanics or whatever could be corrected. However, I still don't have enough belief in the pitching development here in Arizona to think that a guy that was like struggling like that at the end of the year is going to come here and like now get new advice and figure it out. And
how could you
suddenly put it together, right?
Yeah, how could you? The problem is, though, is that the Diamondbacks don't have the money to go out there and get an Edwin Diaz who you're just like uber confident is going to be a shutdown relief pitcher no matter what.
Change our season.
We have to get a guy that has some downside to him, and whether it's Ryan Helsley or Devin Williams, like a lot of times it's the fact that they didn't have a great end to their last season, and that's why their teams are allowing them to walk in free agency, right? Because if he was shut down for the Yankees are re-signing Devin Williams. I feel like that's pretty typical of what the Yankees do. They're not going out and signing a bunch of free agents, but they are, I think, extending the guys that they trade for in large part. So
if they work out,
yeah, exactly.
If you don't, it's
so. I mean, it sucks, and I think that the Diamondbacks have to get a guy who's imperfect, but it has to just be the right fit, and the Diamondbacks have to, Mike Hazen has to get this one right, and he hasn't proven that he can get it right in the past so far. When it comes to relief pitchers in particular.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. And overall, the Diamondbacks would have to probably get some flexibility financially via trades. Other moves would need to be made in order to compensate the rest of what they need to do, or maybe just a Ryan Helsley move alone. The one thing that really isn't factored in, and I give credit to Jack Summers specifically for doing this more, is just remembering how many guys, there's 8 arbitration eligible players, which means 8 guys are going to get raises, and that's going to be the case with the seasons that most of those guys had. So like overall, just what the Diamondbacks are paying in their team is going to go up, let alone, the needs here. So their budget is just in a very tough place. And especially if they're going to reduce it, it makes this job even tougher. Meanwhile, we have Ranger Suarez, according to Mark Feinstein, who is going to be not only one of the biggest beneficiaries of that Dylan Cease deal, but he is also projected to be the next starter to sign a deal this winter. I think on Friday we saw that he was attached to the Cubs, and we also know that there are other teams that are definitely in on Ranger Suarez as well.
Yeah, that didn't seem as certain as a lot of people were making it seem on Friday.
Yeah, and again, it's because baseball offseason is the worst, Damon. It's the worst. It's the most slow-moving sludge of a process. The Dylan Cease deal was eye-opening, honestly. Dylan Cease is one of the best free agent pitchers available on the market. We can't argue that. But he had a bad season last year, and he still got a huge deal.
Yeah.
The reason why other guys that had a better season than him wait is because now Ranger Suarez just got paid more simply based on what Dylan Cease received. Or he'll receive more years of control and more years of guaranteed salary. Right now, he's projected to go somewhere in the range of 4-year, $92 million to 5 years, upwards to $130 million. But Ranger Suarez has been an outstanding pitcher his entire career, consistent, outstanding starting pitcher. So again, this is going to not only take a lot to get him, but like with Zach Gallen, any team that gets him is going to owe the draft pick compensation to the Phillies for him rejecting the qualified offer, right? So
yeah, and I'm even seeing as much as 160, 170 million
Sure.
on a 6-year deal, Derek. I think that,
I mean, if Dylan Cease
could
got
have
what
a
he
huge-
got,
he
I
get a
don't see
huge
why he
deal.
wouldn't get that, right? Like Ranger Suarez is. I just feel like Ranger Suarez deserves it as much as Dylan Cease does, and
he's a really good pitcher, man.
Right.
That's a guy that I wish the Diamondbacks were also like more in on. And I understand it's a lot of money, and it would take a big portion of the money that you have saved up this offseason. But I know that me and you, Derek, kind of highlighted Ranger Suarez as like a signing in particular that would really interest us as for what we need on this team in particular.
that would be the ace. That would be the guy that to go after and make the ace of this staff until Corbin Burnes returns. And then can you imagine if the Diamondbacks can find their way in the playoffs, into the Yoffs?
Let me ask you a question though.
Corbin Burnes and Ranger Suarez is your 1-2.
If Zach Gallen was to be paid less than that, would you rather just bring back Zach Gallen?
Over Ranger Suarez?
Yeah, if he was getting less money per year than Ranger Suarez.
I don't know. They both have the same kind of nagging ailment, so I don't really put one guy above the other as far as health is concerned. I think Zach still has had those issues with his hamstring and such, right? And then I know Ranger Suarez had issues with back stiffness, but
they're both 30, I believe, right?
Yeah, I mean they're both right in the same age range. I think this goes back to what I said about a free agent signing that would be more exciting. You know what you're going to get in Zach Gallen, and you're actually hoping that you get him to be what he was a few years ago more than the excitement of what he is right now. Ranger Suarez is a guy that you're just excited about right now, and he completely the two signings would land so differently with Diamondbacks fans. Zach Gallen coming back would be, from most fans, probably a meh to a disappointment.
Yeah, but I that's kind of why I asked the question, because I agree with that. I think the sentiment from people would be like, oh, great, we're doing the same thing that we did last year when we didn't make playoffs.
Right.
But, I do think that there's probably something to Zach Gallen never pitched as bad as he did in that first half of last year in his entire career. He looked a lot better in the second half. And if you could get him kind of on a discount because of what a bad season he had last year, I think I would be pretty interested in giving him a 4 or 5 year deal. But I know that that's not sexy, and that won't fire up the D-backs fans, because they want better than what we've had. But I just feel like Gallen is the positive regression that he'll have is maybe you get a slight discount in the process.
You know who I'd rather sign over both of these guys though, Damon? Tatsuya Amai.
Apparently that process is moving pretty quick there.
He is a man that is coming here to beat the Dodgers, and I hope we are in on that. But don't tell him I might also want to sign another Japanese player. And we can technically do that after we sign him. And then, we didn't lie that there weren't any Japanese players on our team at the time. But is Kazuma Okomoto a possible fit for the Diamondbacks? We're going to talk about that on the other side of this break. Don't you guys go anywhere. You are watching the PHNX D-Back Show. Well, of course, Game Time is here, especially for weekends like I just had. Game Time can save you a tremendous amount of money, especially if like me, you decided you were just going to go to a bar in Tempe to watch the Territorial Cup and instead got FOMO and needed to get inside of that building. Well, you can save up to 60% off by buying tickets last minute with Game Time, and you can, of course, get yourself all sorts of additional savings in the app. Once you're in there, you have the Game Time Picks, which will allow you to find the best seat in the house, and they will find it for you. There's also zone deals where you can save more by simply picking a section of the stadium or the arena where you want to sit and let Game Time do the rest of the work as far as your tickets are concerned. And you can check out what the view is going to look like before you make your decision, as well as get a low price guarantee. In fact, the lowest price guarantee, where Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference if you find lower. Take the guesswork out of buying NFL tickets right now with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code PHNX for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Again, create an account, redeem code PHNX for $20 off. Tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today. Damon, what time is it?
Game time, Derek. It's always game time.
It's always game time.
On this podcast.
On this podcast. It's also December, and you know what that means. It is the season for over $80 million in prizes over at the Arizona Lottery. I can't tell you how much I love scratchers. I love giving scratchers. I like getting scratchers. They are the best gift this holiday season. Not only are they fun to play with their 6 festive designs that they have, but you could win up to $250,000 with Cash Countdown. And you can win money with Candy Cane Cash too. Like, that's cool, but it also smells like fresh peppermint, and I can't get over that fact. So it's delightful every time you scratch, and they are made for gifting, whether it's a white elephant exchanged, a stocking stuffer, or just because. There's always a chance your little gift could be worth millions. Love the play and spread the holiday cheer with holiday scratchers from Arizona Lottery. Play and gift today. Must be 21 or over to play. There's a brand new article over at MLB.com detailing which free agent each team in Major League Baseball should add. This one is a little less, I guess, ambitious than Jeff Passan's. Jeff Passan's article was more of a fantasy-driven one about if there were no restrictions based on contracts or anything else, who would be a great fit for which team. He picked Pete Alonso, and we disagreed wholeheartedly. However, in this case, MLB.com today might have gotten it right because they chose Japanese third baseman Kazuma Okomoto to be the Diamondbacks pick for who they should land as the one free agent that could help this team the most. They cited that the Diamondbacks traded both of their corner infielders in Josh Naylor and Gino Suarez, coincidentally enough, to the same team. And Arizona does have openings at both positions. They do have Jordan Lawler. They do have Blaze Alexander, and both of those guys could very well play third base. But as we discussed earlier, who is going to play first? And that answer could be a 6-time NPB All-Star in Okomoto. Okomoto hit 248 home runs in 11 seasons with Yomiuri, including 6 straight 30-homer campaigns from 2018 to 2023. He's only 29 years old. But he has been playing baseball for a very long time. Right-handed corner infielder. He primarily played third base, but he also plays first. And over 11 seasons, he has slashed 277, 361, 521 with a 248 career home runs. Career slug, Damon, of 521. Give him to me. He led the Central League in home runs 3 times, including having a 41 home run season in 2023, and has been a league RBI leader twice. In 2025, he was limited just to 69 games due to an elbow injury he experienced. However, he still hit in those 69 games a very nice 327 with 15 home runs and maintained strong on-base and slugging percentages. So he's just a guy that's shown a lot of defensive versatility in the infield. He can play both corner positions, and teams have noted that he plays first base exceptionally well, and overall just hasn't been asked to play that. Primarily, he has been a third baseman due to how well he plays the position. So he's got a power bat. He's got good contact numbers, multiple 30-plus home run season. Even in a shortened season last year, he hit 327. He doesn't strike out much. He doesn't strike out nearly as much as other Japanese power hitters, showing better contact skills. Plus, again, that position flexibility has him able to play first or third, depending on what the Diamondbacks need, right? Like, he could potentially be the third baseman of the future if they also add a Paul Goldschmidt. Or, I mean, it just adds for the, I guess, lineup flexibility for Torey Lovullo, who absolutely loves that. Torey loves a guy that can play multiple positions. Blaze Alexander showing he can play third in the outfield. You have Jordan Lawler, who's shown that he can play multiple infield positions, and quite frankly, probably the other two better than third base. And adding Okomoto could actually just increase that flexibility and that, that versatility. Everybody in the chat wants Baxter over at first base. And let me tell you something. That is untapped potential right there. There's no reason why, with all the injuries we had last year, that someone didn't put a bat in Baxter's hands. Like, that's crazy. Not only will Baxter hit for contact, but have you ever seen him on the base path? Incredibly speedy. So, but anyway, back to Okomoto. Still think he is a lower risk than some of the other options. Many of the other options at first base are older than 29 years old. You're not going to get somebody that's this young right now. And his contract might still be reasonable until he comes over here and proves himself. I don't know if the Diamondbacks would be able to sign him to a long-term deal right out of the gate or would want to. It most likely would take a multi-year deal in order to bring him over to a Major League Baseball team here. But again, there is still some risk there based on that elbow injury from last year that held him just to the 69 games. But yeah, I mean, you always have the, is he going to work out in Major League Baseball question? I don't know. You never know that, but I think we're tired of feeling that way, right? Like, I think we've gotten to the point where enough Japanese players have come over and dominated here that we're like, yep, they can play here. And I don't really think it's that much of a different game or that much harder. I mean, let's not forget the competition level in Japan is very high. And that is a very popular sport in Japan, far more popular there than it is here. So he just is a guy that honestly could be that cheaper option, but still not cheap. That's still like a superstar, a superstar on a budget, if you will. So it provides, again, a right-handed power bat to complement the existing lineup, especially third base, first base, DH. Could be a short-term deal. Once again, he could want to come over here and kind of make a splash on a 1-year or 2-year deal. From that point of view, that's exactly what the Diamondbacks, I'm sure, would be looking for as well. I think that the risk on a Major League Baseball team side is understandable there, especially, coming off of that injury. And then maybe on his side as well, like, he knows once he gets here and shows what he can do, then he could sign a much bigger contract than if he signs a long-term deal now. Before he kind of has a chance to debut in Major League Baseball. But regardless, it's something that the Diamondbacks absolutely should look into. And as Jason says, a budget superstar. That's so D-backs. It's what we need. It's what we need. I am very good at finding deals. Okay, I found some amazing Black Friday deals. I know over at our website right now, you can get amazing Cyber Monday deals. If you haven't checked that out right now, going on live, get this shirt, get amazing other shirts. But I am very, very good at finding deals. So if the Diamondbacks want me to help out on this one, I assure you I can help out. I go to, I'm not going to say I go to questionable websites, but I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to use, accounts that aren't my main debit card and make long shot purchases,
What are you admitting to right now?
I'm not alluding to anything. I'm just saying that I can find stuff for 90% off.
This feels like this is going to be used in a court of law against you the way that you just laid that out.
It feels like I'm implicating myself. It's more of me saying that, like, I go to websites that most people wouldn't trust because the deal is too good to be true. But I swing for the fences.
This is like the
let's give this one a shot.
It's like the Key and Peele skit, Derek, where he's like, I killed Darnell, and then he's like, is this not you saying this? And then he's like, it's an allegory or something. It's metaphor.
Candace says, speaking of deals, the ballpark pass is live now. She is not wrong. $299. One of the greatest deals in all of sports.
I was just looking at it.
Over at D-backs website right now. So $300 ticket for the entire season. Let's go. Get there, defend the pool, hang out with us. And then I shared it with, I'll tell you where the secret clearance stand is on level 300. I've already said too much. I already told him what level it is on, Damon. But anyway, all right. Well, we are going to take a quick break. And on the other side of this break, it is that time. It is Monday. I know it's Cyber Monday, but it's still a regular Monday. And you know what we do every Monday around here. So do not go anywhere. You are watching the PHNX Diamondback Show. Well, of course, we got to give a shout out to Circle K because Circle K powered me all weekend long, and I can't thank them enough. Did I stay hydrated? Yes, kind of. Well, mostly thanks to Circle K. If it wasn't for them, I'd probably be dead in a Tempe desert somewhere. But of course, that's only because Circle K is America's thirst stop. It is the place I stop to get giant bottles of water when I need to spend a long day in Tempe drinking and watching football. It's also a great place to save because I know we have Black Friday deals going on. I know we have Cyber Monday deals going on, but you can get deals every single day as an Inner Circle Rewards member. All you got to do is sign up. Easy to download and get enrolled. Then you just use your phone number to save on all sorts of deals. You'll get yourself 79-cent Polar Pops. You'll get yourself 99-cent Frosters. And you'll save 30 cents off per gallon right now when you buy 3 12 to 16 ounce Celsiuses. So save on that gas because it's expensive. And of course, Inner Circle members can save 5 times and save 30 cents per gallon. All you got to do is have those minimum 5-gallon fill-ups or $5 merchandise purchase can be earned once in November and once in December. So do not miss out on the ability to have 30 cents off per gallon on 5 fill-ups over at Circle K as an Inner Circle member. Join the Inner Circle for free right now by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions do apply. Visit CircleK.com right now for details. And of course, also, Gila River Resorts and Casinos is the place to go for a staycation. It's a great time when your friends and family are in town to take them out for a nice night on the town. It's also great to tell them to go stay at Gila River Resorts and Casinos instead of your house. And it's not rude to do that. You can explain to them that Gila River Resorts and Casinos will offer them an unprecedented level of entertainment that they just won't find at your place. Does your place have over 4,500 live slot games and live table games on the floor? No. You guys don't even have a Nintendo Switch 2. So what are they doing? Let them go stay at Gila River Resorts and Casinos, and then you have an excuse to go visit them. Have yourself a great night out on the town. Maybe go on Sunday to visit them. You can catch all the NFL action at the sportsbook and so much more. So you do you at Gila River Resorts and Casinos, and let them do them at Gila River Resorts and Casinos, and not at your house, right? I think that's a great way to go this holiday season. It's not that I hate my family coming over. My place is small, and I'm not clearing out my office for them to put an inflatable bed down. We're not doing that. Not doing that. Their backs deserve better, and I like my space. But Damon, you know what today is, and it is Cyber Monday, by the way. So if you haven't had a chance to check out all the deals that we have, got to go over to our shop. You can get there from gophnx.com. I think it's the merch store there. You can save yourself up to 90% off on our Cyber Monday deal. They have a ball knower bonus right now, which will get you even more money. But most importantly, you guys got to listen up to our Die Hard sale. If you are not a Die Hard and you want to become a Die Hard, today is probably the most important day in the history of PHNX because it is Cyber Monday and we are running the biggest Die Hard deal we've ever offered, and it's only available for 2 days. For this Cyber Monday 48-hour window, you can join as a Die Hard for an unbelievable 67% off. That means the entire year you'll get it for just $26. And you will still get that, of course, premium content. You'll still get access to the Die Hards only Discord. You will get 20% off all merch and events, and you will get that Die Hard welcome kit. And you will get, of course, free shirt, free choice there from the merch store. If you've been watching the shows, reading the articles, hanging in the chats, this is the moment to go all in and join the community. But here's the deal. Again, this deal is here for only 2 days. When this Cyber Monday window closes, the $26 price closes with it. We will not be offering this again, so do not sleep on it. Just go to gophnx.com/26, or if you're watching live, you can scan that QR code somewhere, anywhere. But 2 days, 67% off, just $26. Incredible.
What a great deal, Derek.
I mean, again, it's the perfect deal for the sports lover in your life, for sure.
And as you said, it basically pays for itself. Look, $26 for the first year, and you get a free piece of merchandise that is typically a value above $30.
$34.99, I believe.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Man, if that's not worth it, I don't know what is.
I don't know what is, and we want you to join. We want you to be part of the family. We love our family here. We appreciate so many of you guys, Candace, Jason, Deborah, all of you guys that are supporters, club members, all of you guys that are diehards. We can't thank you enough. Here we're getting here to the end of another year, and I'm going to start getting mushy and saying beautiful things about Damon and all of you, but it's only because we are only here because of the support of you guys, and that is something that we are very thankful for. We are very thankful to have been here as long as we have, and I know we've had a lot of ups and downs, but we have definitely tried to do our best to continue to bring you guys an entertaining product about your favorite teams. And
no one's
thankful.
had more ups and downs than this podcast.
No.
What a roller coaster ride, Derek.
I mean, it really has been. We have seen some things. We have gone through some things, but luckily we're here. We're still standing, and hopefully
the power of friendship is real.
Oh man, let me tell you. We got really mushy on our Thanksgiving episode with Jesse here.
No, it was so
a love fest.
Emotional, 100%.
It's time to get a little more emotional, because we got not only a full bag of Mailbag Monday questions, but I'm gonna cry when I have an unboxing of this thing that's behind me at the end of this show. So stay tuned for that. But Damon, let's get into it. You know what day it is. You know what we do around here. You know that every year, even a year like this with these ups and downs, is still our year. Every year is the year of the snake. Every month on this show is Hispanic Heritage Month. Every week on this show is Shark Week. Every goddamn day on this show is Earth Day, because we recycle. And every Monday, we go to the mailbag with our Grammy-nominated friend. Damon, let's go to the mailbag.
My mailbox, always something interesting in my mailbox. I try to get to everything in my mailbox. And then once in a while, there's a letter that makes me go, wow, wow, my mailbox.
All right, what do we got in the mailbag today?
Our first question comes from our friend Jarmy, Jason Armstrong. Minor league players not on the 40-man roster are not protected by MLB Players Association, so the lockout wouldn't affect them. Could we see something like the Replacements movie spring up in real life?
Yeah, I would love that. More importantly, I would love it if it wasn't even minor league players. If they just started getting plumbers and dudes, like some of the World Baseball Classic teams, that are just comprised of like regular old workers to come in and now play baseball. But unfortunately, this will be a lockout and not a strike. And I think that there's a difference there. A lockout means that the owners are refusing to let the workers work, right? They don't have an agreement. And in this case, this particular labor dispute would be about the owners not letting anybody play baseball rather than the baseball players refusing to play. If it was a strike, then yeah, we could see that. And that's something that happened at one point. To this day, some players are forever banned from the Major League Baseball Players Association. I think Damian Miller, former Arizona Diamondback, is one of those guys. I could be wrong about that. I should probably research that before that comes out of my mouth. But I do remember there was one Diamondback from those prominent teams in 2000 that was part of the banning from the Players Association because they crossed the picket lines back in when the strike was going on. And that's something that's like forever. So I doubt that anybody would ever want to jeopardize their future career over a labor dispute that most likely isn't going to last very long. At least that's the fingers crossed situation. Should there be a work stoppage in 2027, we hope that it's just a scare tactic, and that the millions and millions upon millions of dollars that these two sides are both losing every single day by a work stoppage should bring, maybe cooler heads will prevail, should bring the parties to the table. I mean, that's really the part of it. We'll see a work stoppage just to kind of pressure everybody into getting a deal done, right? But no baseball will be played. Nobody will be allowed out on the fields unless it's me and Corbin Carroll sneaking in so that he can get batting practice. But I'll do whatever it takes to keep our goat fresh. I'm just telling you that right now. But no, I don't think we'll see a replacements situation, though I am on board with that. Damon, what else we got?
Our next question here comes from Maze Devil, who wants to know, how do you feel about Brian Kaplan being retained? Because it was a pretty bipolar season in terms of pitching. Also, Fott's regression was concerning.
Maze Devil, you're totally right. There are so many things concerning about the pitching last year. And I think, unfortunately, it's easy to scapegoat the pitching coach. I don't know if you're even scapegoating the pitching coach, right? Like sometimes when all roads lead to one thing, then you typically start blaming that one thing, right? The major change here was that Brian Kaplan was the new pitching coach, and the struggles weren't just Brandon Fott. The struggles were across the board. Like Damon alluded to earlier with Zach Gallen, he had one of the worst first halves of his career. I mean, we did see him get things back on track, and we don't credit Brian Kaplan for that. We credit, especially on this podcast, James McCann far more for Gallen getting things back on track and other people. So I really don't know at times how much blame to put into the pitching coach. But I will say that we've discussed it many times over the last week about there is a problem with pitching development when it comes to this team. 100%.
For sure.
And it doesn't seem like Brian Kaplan magically figured that out in his first season as a pitching coach. And it seems like, if anything, things only got worse under his watch. However, I don't know if the Diamondbacks blame him and see him as being the reason why things went so bad. It's also still relatively a small sample size in his career. And I think that they wanted to try their best to give him more time. I don't know what they saw that suggested otherwise. And I think that one of the biggest problems with the coaching staff from 2025 was the lack of experience. Something that Torey Lovullo talked about in hiring J.R. House, and it's something that was Torey Lovullo's decision last year to bring in guys like Kaplan and to bring in, others that don't have the experience that, you necessarily want as a coach on this team. Guys that have never coached in those positions officially at a major league level. And it's just kind of odd considering the wealth of knowledge that in the past Torey has brought to his coaching staff with guys like, Brent Strom and, Jeff Bannister sitting there at his side. It definitely struck us as being weird when the hires were made. And, it's definitely okay to, I think, for people to question it, honestly. Like so far it hasn't worked out. It also didn't work out in 2024 either. The pitching was terrible in 2024. So I really am starting to just wonder how the Diamondbacks can get things back on track, and if that's even a possibility. I feel like it is, but perhaps a new pitching coach might be in order. We'll see. I think they're going to stick with Kaplan at least for this 2026 season, unless things completely go off the rails with pitching, and then who knows? They might. Hopefully, if that's the case, they might be willing to pivot and make a move similar to what they did last year. What else we got there, Damon?
Our next question here comes from Emily. And
hey.
Emily wants to know what the ultimate D-back starting roster would be from a lineup and rotation standpoint. And Derek, it's time to lock in.
Emily, we need to talk. Mailbag Monday is typically not an entire episode's worth of content, which you seem to love to give us. And we even made Emily's jersey situation into an entire segment and a half, basically. But she's not wrong. I mean, you're not wrong. We got to lock in on this. I think pitching is easy, right? Like
Randy Johnson, Kurt Schilling, Brandon Webb.
And then outside of that,
who are your next two?
I mean, you have the two guys that just left. And I think Merrill Kelly or Zach Gallen are both excellent fits.
What about Zach Greinke?
Zach Greinke has to be on there, right?
What about Dan Herron?
What about Max Scherzer? Are we talking in their careers, or are we just talking about as a Diamondback?
D-backs.
So if that's the case, then I feel like it far more has to be. I still value Zach Greinke's time here, and I still think it was really important. I still think he's one of the best pitchers in history. But again, it's hard not to have Zach Gallen or Merrill Kelly there as the fifth guy.
I'm with it. Zach Gallen, Merrill Kelly as 4 and 5 there on the rotation. So let's just do setup man, closer. I think Archie Bradley might be my pick for setup man. But Ziegler was also very good.
Brad Ziegler was really good.
David Hernandez was also very good.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else I'm missing?
Are you talking about for setup man?
Yeah. Ginkel.
Yeah.
In that 2023 run, Ginkel was literally the most electric reliever in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Screaming at people coming off the mound. I'm going to go Archie, though. What do you think?
Yeah, I like Archie. And then what about closer?
Closer is tough, right? I don't know. When I think about you're going Fernando Rodney?
Fernando Rodney, baby.
Derek, the only thing that scars me, I know that he got the job done.
He's the only good closer we've ever had.
I know he got the job done, but Fernando Rodney, the amount of times that the final out was on the warning track, where David Peralta is camped in the left field warning track, catching the final out of the game, and it's like, that's either game over for the other team or game over for us. It's neither in between. I think personally,
39 saves, 4.23 ERA.
I'm with Chris here, my boy Chris, number one D-backs fan in Texas. I think JJ Putz was the most dominant closer. For my money, for those 2 seasons he had, he was unbelievable, man. I felt like he was shut down every time he went out there. That's the most confidence I've ever had in a closer in D-backs history.
Yeah, JJ Putz was really freaking good.
He had 2 back-to-back 40-save seasons, did he not?
I mean, dude, when you talk about his ERA, 45 in 2011, 32 in 2012, 2.17 ERA in 2011, 2.82 ERA in 2012. So it wasn't his fault.
The D-backs were worse that season.
2.36 ERA in 2013. He had 3 consecutive seasons of having an ERA sub 2.9. And 2 of those seasons sub 2.4. That's nuts,
I
man.
think peak for peak, he's got to be number one. And we'll also mention Jose Valverde. We'll also mention Byung-Hyun Kim, who, despite his bad 2001 postseason, was really good, actually.
His FIP was 2.54 and 2.38.
Yeah, JJ Putz. We're putting JJ Putz.
I think JJ Putz had the best peak. But also Valverde, most saves ever. Yep. Byung-Hyun Kim was really good. He just had an unfortunate like thing that everyone remembers for him for. Like if you go look at his stats, you'd be pleasantly surprised. You'd be like, damn, that's one of the best relief pitchers the D-backs have ever had. But yeah, I'm going
number
JJ
one.
Putz.
Number one D-backs fan Texas is yelling at me too much. So it's a warning. I'll kick you out like Killer X. I'll just suspend you. I'm just letting you know. I don't like all caps all the time. Okay, all right, I get it. JJ Putz, incredible for 2 seasons for the Diamondbacks for sure. It's just like you said, it's the team being bad around them at times, right? Like
closers need a good team to save games.
Jose Valverde, very good. Byung-Hyun Kim, very good. Byung-Hyun Kim is I think he is basically a product of the World Series, and everybody, everybody kind of remembering that over.
That's what I feel bad for him for, because if you go look at his stats, he was actually pretty damn good.
For sure.
And you're like
shockingly good. Yeah,
and you're like, all I remember is him giving up
home runs
to Tino Martinez. Like
100%.
Derek Jeter when the clock hits midnight.
Yeah.
You know what? That's all that anyone remembers.
Yeah.
But
all right. So let's get over to
the
position players.
Yeah, catcher Miggy.
Miggy? Yeah.
Right.
I would put Miguel Montero there. Yeah. I know there's been some guys that have had at times better seasons, but once again, if you're talking about the body of work in his entire time here, I'd say Miggy. First base, obviously, Paul Goldschmidt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And Cattell at second.
Correct.
Okay.
Perdomo's the shortstop after last season.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Well, it's like, who else is it? Steven Drew, Nick Ahmed? Like, get literally the hell out of my face. Seriously. What Perdomo did this season, 4th in MVP voting, no?
Yeah. No, 100%.
That's the best shortstop season in
100%.
D-backs history, and he's now been the starting shortstop for 4 seasons, the better part of 4 seasons now.
Third base.
Third base is tough, actually. I think
third base is very
There's
tough.
a lot of players that have like Chad Tracy, Matt Williams, but he's kind of at the tail end.
Yeah, we've just never had a great third baseman for a long time.
First half was the best hitting first half we've ever seen out of a third baseman, no doubt.
Chad Tracy had one of the best batting averages in franchise history, hitting 280 over the course of a season. But again, just just a brief glimmer in time, right? I don't know.
That might be the toughest position to actually pick here.
Yeah, because let's just skip third base for now. Outfield is Gonzo, obviously.
Gonzo, Corbin. And
Steve Finley or AJ Pollock?
I'm thinking Steve Finley or Justin Upton.
See, even Chris Young had a higher career WAR.
But it's not, and that longevity matters. But Justin Upton, his peak on the Diamondbacks is one of the 5 best peaks in franchise history.
Chris Young
insane.
I know, but Chris Young posted a 5.5 WAR season. I'm just saying he was one of our best defensive outfielders of all time.
Uptown.
Can we forget both of them? They were best friends. They hung out all the time. They used to always duck us media members. It's one of my favorite memories. David Peralta, arguably up there, is like heart and soul kind of pick for this team.
Great player. I don't think he's better than the guys that we've named.
No,
I think he's in the Chris Young tier. For me, it's I think it's Steve Finley or Justin Upton. Personally, I think it's got to be one of those two. And you can move Corbin to center and put Upton in right, or you can have Finley in center and Upton in Carroll in right.
I will be. Let's do Steve. That's Steve Finley. Let's do Steve Finley.
Okay, and then third base, we go in Matt Williams.
Oh yeah, because there's just not great options. You know what I mean?
No, there isn't. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that
Eduardo Escobar said he would die for Torrey.
That's true. He did
That's
say
still
that.
the greatest
That's
thing
a
I've
thing
ever heard somebody say.
He did make so Matt Williams did play his final 6 years for the D-backs, which is a long time. He made 1 All-Star game, which is
more than any of the other third basemen.
Pretty much. Jake Lamb made an All-Star game.
He did.
He got 3rd in MVP voting in 1999. That's pretty impressive.
Let's do it.
I think it's Matt Williams. And then the year the D-backs won the World Series, even though he was 35 years old, he still hit 275 with a 780 OPS, 16 home runs, 65 RBI, hit 5th on the championship winning team. I think that Matt Williams is a fair answer for third base for D-backs.
All right. And then DH is JD Martinez. Who says no?
Yeah, DH is JD Martinez.
All right, cool. Just wanted to make sure we had a consensus on that. What else we got? We got more questions?
Nice, Emily.
Thank you, Emily. What else we got, Damon?
Our next question is from Rugnar, and Rugnar says, if a woodchuck could chuck wood, how much wood do you think a woodchuck would chuck at people who A, jinx our favorite teams, and B, own multiple dogs but favor one of them above the other?
Oh my God.
He might be like directly associated with Derek. Derek absolutely plays favorites in his own house, not just with his animals. I think with his family members, he has like it's all part of the same ranking. Like you would probably go like Cosmo 1, your daughter number 2, like definitely not the cat. Definitely not the cat.
The cat knows last. Entirely too much about my home life.
The cat is last, 100%.
Yeah, I do jinx our teams too, so it's both of those things, right? Like I tend to jinx our team. I jinx our team so much that Damon knows I will refuse to write a headline for a post-game show until the game is over. And you know how much pressure that puts us on to quickly scramble and put together a headline? But I'm not putting in there Diamondbacks win another one and being the guy that's the reason why they lose it, because I've done that entirely too many times. And yes, number one D-backs fan says the pug is the best. No, it's Cosmo. Cosmo is by far the best animal in my house. He communicates through snorts. He's my best friend. He keeps me protected at all times. That's his number one job, is to make sure I'm protected at all times. But also, zoomies. The Cosmo wins because he's the best at zoomies. I can't explain it. He's just better than other dogs at zoomies. Look, I don't want to treat one dog better than the other. I don't want to favor one more than the other. But the reality of the situation is that sometimes one does deserve to be favored more than the others. They earn that, and that's just part of life, especially when you own 3 of them.
Derek, my old high school football coach used to have this saying, and I've always liked it. I don't treat everybody equal, but I treat everybody fair. And his point was,
right.
I'm going to treat Bijan Robinson a little bit better than I'm going to treat Damon Fairall, the backup wide receiver. And I think that that's perfectly fair. Going out and saying that in the first place is fair. Cosmo earns it through his actions.
I'm going to let Ketel Marte have a little time off around the All-Star game because he's earned it. I'm sorry. I'm letting him have it. I don't care. Ketel, take 2 extra days off. All right, what else we got?
Our next question here is from number one D-backs fan in Texas. It says, what's the next thing we get to die on, Derek? And should we do it before the season so we actually play better? I have empirical evidence.
He's not wrong about that. Like somehow me magically dyeing my hair somehow gives this team superpowers.
It actually does.
Jesse Friedman couldn't explain it. He is a man of science, and Jesse couldn't explain it, but he also couldn't deny that it was true, right? Like Lourdes played like a different guy when I dyed my hair purple. He wasn't even a part of that. That was a team thing. And yet, because I dyed my hair the same as his, just getting on board with the fun nature of Lourdes's vibe, next thing you know, he's one of the greatest baseball players in the game. So I can't explain it. And no, we're not dyeing anything on Derek anymore. Those days are over. But I'm willing to offer up maybe a tattoo situation.
Wow.
I'm willing to permanently mark my body forever. I mean, I won't lie. When I was in Puerto Rico and the idea of getting a little frog on my arm came up, I 100% was like, this is for you, Geraldo.
Frogdomo.
This is for you. So, yeah. Ernesto wants me to go stash eyebrows, sideburns. No.
We could do the Ketel eye slits again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's still on the table.
If Ketel's like the starting second baseman in the All-Star game or something, we do the eye slits.
Whatever we need to do.
Just to ensure that Ketel has a good season.
I'll give him like Diamondbacks have a winning record in spring training, and I'll do Ketel eye slits. Whatever we have to do to get this team going. Like Tori said, we can't wait. We can't dilly-dally. We have to have a sense of urgency. We got to get out strong out of the gate. All right. And Ryan's calling me Baja Blast Derek. He does not understand how much that name actually relates to my weekend in Tempe.
I think you almost just threw up just reading that message
Right.
across the
so
screen.
many Baja Blasts at the Taco Bell Cantina were had. It's crazy. It's crazy for sure. Also, shout out to Corners Pasty for their $5 car bombs, not to be missed. I know this isn't Friday and I shouldn't be giving out free ads, probably never on any day, but I'm still going to do it today. We got a lot to give out. So what else we got, Damon?
Our next question here comes from Hanley, and Hanley wants to know, when is the best time to put up Christmas decorations, Derek? Also, how long do you leave the decorations up?
Okay, this is a crazy thing to me because I have seen these frauds that go out the day after Halloween ends and on November 1st start putting up their Halloween decorations.
Ridiculous.
It's
ridiculous.
I have never
behavior.
seen this behavior more. It's somehow become commonplace. And for some reason, people just want to railroad right over my Thanksgiving, right?
My Thanksgiving,
My
Derek.
Thanksgiving. Oh, it's just a dinner.
Who do you think you are?
Oh, we don't need pie. We don't need pie.
Yeah,
we don't need desserts. We don't what? We're not even going to treat it like Thanksgiving. I don't even need you to eat turkey.
Derek, this is why we do this podcast together. Because this is a principle that I cannot live without.
It's crazy.
I like me and you being on the same page for this means everything.
We slaughter how many turkeys for us to just not decorate in their honor?
Well, me and you could disagree on a lot, but at the end of the day, we're two principled men, American men of like vigor and heart and love for the holiday season.
Our culture.
Our culture, 100%.
Our traditions.
What do you? Oh, Thanksgiving doesn't matter. Inviting all your closest loved ones and having the biggest meal of the entire year. That we're just gonna skip right past that. It's Christmas season.
We're just gonna skip past the later session when the adults that are mid-range, not too old, not too young, get together. We have a little bit of brandy. Maybe we smoke a little bit of weed. Well, I'm just supposed to not do that, Damon. I'm supposed to once again miss out on making a little turkey out of my hand, drawing it, and then decorating it.
Here's the deal, Derek. You want to know when Thanksgiving ends and Christmas starts? When the Thanksgiving Day parade happens and Santa Claus comes out.
Exactly. That is what
it's always been like that.
That is when it's time.
And this is, Derek,
Santa has the dignity to wait until the end of the parade.
I will be having this exact inflatable in front of my house when I buy property, and you can believe that.
Wait your turn, fat man.
That will be in front of my yard. That's a fact. And guess what? Guess what? It's Black Friday. Welcome to Christmas.
Welcome to Christmas,
and keep it up throughout January. Yeah. I don't give a crap, Derek.
Here's the thing. You can keep it. Yeah, exactly.
I don't care.
Just like Taylor says. We can keep the Christmas lights up till January.
100%.
This is our house. We make the rules. But I don't care about when you take them down, as long as you're complying with your HOA. I really don't. I take mine down after New Year's. That's when they come down.
Fair.
Usually it's right after New Year's, but sometimes it might be a little before. It depends on when the weekend falls. I'm a busy guy. I have stuff going on. You don't put it up after Halloween. Don't do that.
It's sad. It's sad is what it is.
Oh, man.
You're trying too hard.
Are we not even going to watch Trains, Planes, and Automobiles? Are we not going to do that? Do we not even watch Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving?
I don't know.
We're just going right to the Christmas special? No, we're not doing that.
That's not how it works.
All right, what else we got?
I love you, Derek. I've never loved you more.
I'm so fired up now.
This next question is from Rattlebacks, who says, if Derek was Santa, who are the 8 players on the Snakes that would be his reindeer? Okay,
so obviously Geraldo Perdomo is Rudolph, right?
There's no question
There's no doubt about it. He's out there leading the way.
I want James McCann the closest to the sled.
No, 100%. Protecting me as Santa at all times.
Well, also,
James
he's going to have to lug a lot.
Well, yeah.
It feels like.
Have you seen, I think it's the Red One, I don't remember what it's called. It's the movie on Netflix that just came out recently. Like, I need James McCann as like the Secret Service reindeer, right? Like the one that has like an earpiece in and he's making sure that I'm protected at all times.
Yeah.
But yes, he's definitely one of the 8. We have 2 of the 8. We have 6 more slots to fill. Corbin is there. And he's right next to Geraldo Perdomo for speed, for pacing, to let the other reindeers not start slacking. He needs to pull them a little bit, along the way, right? And again, Cattell Marte, not on my reindeer list. No, I don't want Cattell there. I love Cattell. I've seen Cattell run when he walks, and I've seen Cattell run when he gets a hit.
It's gonna basically be like having 7 reindeer. Cattell can tell that he doesn't have to do anything, so
Right.
he's just gonna be like, all right, whatever,
Right.
I'm doing
Right.
my thing.
So, okay, we have Geraldo Perdomo out front, and we have to have Corbin flanked by Gabby, by the way, right? Obviously, Corbin and Gabby together.
But what if Gabby has a toothache?
Oof, don't do that to me. Corbin and Gabby. Gabby's out there. Gabby's trying, okay? Alec Thomas is out there too. Alec Thomas, he might be pulling harder than some of the other reindeer, and then other times he might just be softly grounding out to the right side. But Alec is out there. I definitely need Ryan Nelson out there. If I don't have Ryan Nelson out there, what are we even doing?
See, you know what? Like, Geraldo Perdomo absolutely has to be Rudolph because he's the captain. But, like, Pavin Smith with that red hair also could be leading the charge.
Nah.
Like,
I don't think Pavin made the cut.
one
of the
foggy
8.
one foggy Christmas Eve, Derek. What are you gonna see? Oh my God! It's
That's
Pavin
true.
Smith's hair in the
That's
front.
true. That's true. Pavin
Blaze
Smith
would be
definitely could.
see. Blaze is
No,
gonna
Blaze-
bring the holiday spirit
Yeah.
every single day of the week.
Well, see, okay, like my personal like core, obviously that protects me and loves me is Ryan Thompson, Blaze Alexander, and James McCann, right? That's
Sure.
the 3 like Secret Service reindeer. Then the other 5 have to be built for speed. And Blaze definitely is for speed, but there's a love factor there.
And
So you
Blaze
got
sounds like a reindeer name.
Oh yeah, I'm not even changing that.
Yeah, that's Blaze.
Blazing, like instead of blitzing, it's blazing.
Yeah.
That's easy. But you also have, okay, so we have Geraldo, Corbin, Gabby, Alec. We need one more. And
Man,
that one more, Tori Lavello.
wow.
Yeah. Yep. That's for you, Killer Rex. I want to make sure that when we stop by Killer Rex's house, Tori is with us. Actually, it would really be Jeff Bannister. That's the real answer. Jeff Bannister is the real dog in the fight for sure. Let's name other people as things. I think we got another question that's just like this one. What do we got?
Oh, sorry. This is our last question. Our next question here is
Oh.
also from Rattlebacks, and he wants to know: would Yukon Cornelius be a good fit for manager of the
Ooh.
D-backs, Derek?
Okay, so Yukon Cornelius, obviously, legend in the game. He's benign, right? Like I think he ends up helping Rudolph and Hermie. I think he'd be a good fit for manager. Once again, this is why so many people wanted a change at manager, right? They want a different outlook. They want somebody who's, again, maybe in it for himself a little bit for the success, but also going to help others make better, maybe learn a lesson in the end. But yeah, no, I think Cornelius would make a fine, at least bench coach, third base coach, right? We don't have to replace Tori Lavello just yet. Sorry,
What's
JR
his
House.
baseball acumen, though? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Like, does he know ball?
He carries a pickaxe,
Uh-huh.
so he understands the swing mechanism,
Uh-huh.
right? Like
Yeah,
obviously, like he's
but
a pro in the game when it
But
comes
Joe
to that.
Mather is him.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
Joe Mather,
that's for sure.
hand Joe Mather the keys to the organization. That dude turns, everyone into gold.
He also did not appear in any of the subsequent Rudolph the Reindeer Christmas specials. He was not in Shiny New Year. He was also not in Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July. So it makes me believe
Unreliable.
that they were just kind of unsatisfied with his performance overall. So, I mean, again, do we want to go with a manager that has that kind of track record of not showing up?
Or it at least lets you believe, Derek, that it's like, is he really like is he integral to the process if he's not going to be at the show up for the other movies?
It's his love of gold, though.
Feels like a role player. Yeah, he wants the ring.
Yeah, right. So I don't know. I'm conflicted, but it's a stupid question anyway. I appreciate you for it, and I appreciate how long we were able to give you an answer for. What else we got?
Our
We got
last
one more.
question is from Stephen Weiss, Derek, and it's the moment you've been waiting for all podcasts. What would your wrestling comps be for current Diamondbacks players? I want to know about the Corbins, Perdomo, Gabby, Lourdes, but if you want to use all-time players, that would be fun too. Tony Womack, etc. Now, Derek, I know that you've been chomping at the bit here. I'm just going to log off for the day. I think you can finish out the episode.
Damon, just hit the record button or whatever it is you do back there, and then you can take a powder because I'll go ahead and handle this. Let's start off with Corbin Carroll, right? Babyface, leader, fresh, young guy. he is obviously Rey Mysterio Jr.'s son, Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio is the hottest wrestler on the planet right now. He has won the AAA heavyweight championship, beat John Cena the other day for the Intercontinental Championship. Dom Mysterio is the man. And so he would be Corbin. Ketel Marte, he gets the seat at the head of the table. Ketel Marte is my tribal chief. Ketel Marte is Roman Reigns. Then moving around, let's see, the Diamond. Should we go to Perdomo next? Perdomo was difficult. Perdomo was a captain. Perdomo's a leader, right? I was thinking Cody Rhodes, a.k.a. the quarterback of the WWE. But no, because Geraldo Perdomo is more than just a quarterback. He is a leader. He is a revolutionary. He is a visionary. He is Seth freaking Rollins. That's Perdomo. Blaze, meanwhile, very much Cody Rhodes. Blaze and Cody Rhodes, I've been lucky enough to be in the same room with both of these guys several times. And yes, I'm going to give Blaze Alexander I mean, he might not. That's a lot. That's a lot of pressure to handle, being called the Cody Rhodes of the D-backs. But that's where I'm going with Gabriel Moreno, Pentagon Jr., Cero Miedo. I feel like that's self-explanatory, though. I don't know if I need to get into that. Gabby's a showman. He also will eviscerate you on the mic in a promo. So I'm giving him Pentagon. Alec Thomas, Yeet, Jey Uso. And that would obviously make Jake McCarthy Jimmy Uso. No offense to you, Jake McCarthy. My apologies. Corbin Burns was an interesting one here. So I'm doing CM Punk is what I'm doing. Oh, and Cool Bro said no AEW wrestlers, Derek. I went in the WWE route, and that's for a very specific reason. Tonight, WWE is in town. WWE is at the Desert Diamond Arena in Glendale. And they're filming an episode of Raw, which I will be in attendance with my guy, Megaran, a.k.a. the creator of the New Day's theme song and Grammy-nominated artist. So that's going to be exciting. So I went with WWE comps on this one. Corbin Burns, CM Punk. Same type of best-in-the-world energy. Same type of old man, get-off-my-lawn energy for a guy that's entirely too young to have that form of energy. And again, two of the greats, two of the GOATs, right? Last but not least, Brandon Pfaadt. This one was interesting for me. I went with Drew McIntyre, right? Just kind of underrated, like smoldering a little bit, like ready to attack at any time. Also, explain Drew McIntyre's character to someone. I mean, besides saying Scottish guy, I'm sure most of you would have a hard time saying exactly what he is. Number one D-backs fan, you're absolutely right. I can't believe I forgot James McCann. James McCann definitely has Ultimate Warrior energy, but I am not a fan of Ultimate Warrior anymore, so I don't want to put that on James McCann. I'm going to give James McCann Braun Breaker. Yeah. James McCann is Braun Breaker. I know that's kind of a younger guy thing, but I don't care. Maybe Goldberg, but I don't like Goldberg either. And neither does Bret Hart, and he never will. Don't forget that. All right. Well, now is the moment that you guys have all been waiting for, because as I alluded to, there's a very special unboxing that is about to take place. And this is in honor of this question. It's in honor of WWE being in town last night. For those of you that have followed my journey on social media, you know that I've coveted an item in the Arizona Diamondbacks team shop for close to 2 years now. That item was when the WWE
That's all he talks about.
Came out with championship belts honoring every team across Major League Baseball. They made ones for football. They made ones for basketball. They made ones for everyone. Well, I told you guys time and time again that She Will Be Mine. And as I've told you, I don't lie when I say these things. So when I say She Will Be Mine, I meant every goddamn word of it when I said She Will Be Mine. Look at this bag that it comes in, Damon. Can you believe
That's
this
insane.
thing? This is crazy. This is just the bag it comes in. When I say She Will Be Mine, I mean every damn word of it. And Damon, today is that day where she is in fact mine.
Wow. That bag is special, actually.
everything about this moment is special, and I needed to make sure that I shared it with everybody here. I don't even care about this other crap. I'm just ripping right through
ASMR.
it to get to the gorgeousness that is underneath here. My God, look at it, Damon.
And no heavyweight champion of the world,
Oh my God,
Derek,
I don't even
the mayor,
What do I
Montilla.
do? Now that all of my life's goals have been achieved, Damon, what do I even do anymore?
No, it's
What do I
all
even
downhill
do?
from here, Derek.
This
That's
is all that
that's
I've
the
ever
sad part
wanted in
about
life.
this.
This is all I've ever wanted in life. This right here, and it's here, and it's mine, and it's glorious.
Derek, I heard this was your walkout music for your when you walk out with the bell. And then the crowd, the pop is crazy. The pop is crazy.
They did a little dance, and the pop is insane. Roman Reigns pop.
Yeah, it's the Rock level. It's perfect.
You 100% are going to see me carrying this around an arena tonight. So if you are at Raw, make sure to keep an eye out for me. But hey, Cool Bro says he's cashing in his money in the bank. Find me. And if I see you with a referee, it's on. It is on, Cool Bro. I just needed you to know that. But to the rest of you that don't want to challenge me for this belt, I salute you. That's all we got today. We thank you guys so much for stopping by. We'll be back tomorrow with another 12 p.m. show, so make sure to join us for that. In the meantime, you can follow us on Twitter. I am at cap_caveman with a K. Damon is at Damon Dog with a DAWG. We're all Damon's dogs. Bark, bark. Our show is at PHNX_DBacks, but as always, all roads lead to at PHNX_sports. We love you guys. We appreciate your time. And if any of you jabronis want to catch these hands, bring it. Don't sing it. Bring it. But again, love you guys. The rest of you, the non-jabronis, love the rest of you. You jabronis, catch you guys later at the show. Of course, we'll see all of you guys back here tomorrow at 12 p.m. noon. But until then, we hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Get all of your Cyber Monday shopping done, including getting down a Die Hard deal, as well as our Cyber Monday deals over at our shop. And then, of course, come back here tomorrow. Until then, have a wonderful evening. We love you guys. Remember, kids, baseball is fun, but it's so much more fun when you're the heavyweight champion of the world.
We all silly like the mayor.